is if you're healthy at age 105 and life is good, then it's a pretty cool idea and maybe we can imitate it. So let's see Irwin Kahn.
In this office building on Madison Avenue, New York City, 104-year-old investment advisor Irving Kahn is working hard, as he has since his career on Wall Street began in 1928. He shares his secret to a long and healthy life.
To wake up in the morning and have something to look forward to.
Irving's curiosity and keen business sense have led him to become a widely respected value investor, a member of the New York Stock Exchange, and chairman of Kahn Brothers, the company he founded more than 30 years ago with two of his sons, including Thomas, who is the president. Irving works 5 days a week with his 67-year-old son and 29-year-old grandson, Andrew.
And how are you going to link the underwriting projects?
How come that?
Playing an integral part in managing over $700 million in assets.
This is the Aztec website.
And Irving says not working is unthinkable.
Well, I would pay you if you took it away from me. I try to buy it back.
He believes mental challenge is key.
The important thing is to keep that brain going, you see.
50.2 million increased 20.8%.
To stay sharp, Irving reads materials online, 2 financial newspapers daily, and a wide range of nonfiction.
I read a lot of science. I read no fiction, no mystery stories, and no sex novels. So that leaves a lot of time for science.
And it was Irving's interest in science that led him to participate in the Longevity Genes Project at Albert Einstein College of Medicine, led by researcher Nir Barzilai. Nir and his team have recruited more than 500 healthy elderly, ages 95 to 112, and their children. Irving and Thomas are part of the study, as is Irving's big sister,
Muskets is 5 feet long.
108-year-old Helen Reichert, a former television host and fashion historian. So far, Nir and his team have found several gene variants that are more common in this group and protect against cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and Alzheimer's.
Irwin has the CETP genotype that seems to be protective against several age-related diseases, including cognitive decline.
Nir's team has also found that some genes seem to protect against the effects of certain lifestyle habits. Irving, for instance, used to smoke, but quit to set an example for his children. And Helen smoked for more than 80 years.
You can see both from him and his sister that those genes have real amazing effect, not only on the fact that they're alive, but considering the fact that they were smoking and this should have shortened their lifespan immensely.
And Irving believes long life has its benefits when it comes to business.
Because part of it is some of the advantages that you have when you're older. And you know what's rotten and what's fresh and what's good and what's bad. And you can participate on a higher level.
Just to make clear, he was talking about reading sex novels, okay? So, something very interesting about those people. This shows the cost of the last 2 years of life of somebody who dies at age 100 versus somebody who dies at age 70. And it's third the cost, okay? It's because they live longer and they're sick. They have a big health span, but they're sick shorter time. This has been consistent since 1993. This data is closely monitored. We call it the longevity dividend. If you calculate it, if we could be like that, it would save trillions of dollars. Okay, and maybe that's a motivation to start thinking about it. Of course, there's Social Security, there's a retirement age, there's a whole other issues, but there's a huge longevity dividend. Now, you might come and tell me, just a minute, you know, you're talking about longevity genes and things like that, but maybe it's their interaction with the environment. Maybe what's unique about those guys, they have done what the doctors tells us to do. Maybe they were eating healthy, they were thin, they were exercising, they were vegetarian maybe, they were drinking 1 cup of wine, they're of course not smoking. Well, this is what happens. Almost 50% of them were overweight or obese during their lifetime. In fact, 20% of them are overweight or obese when they're centenarians. 60% of the men and 30% of the men were smoking. You saw from Helen, if you smoke for 80 years, you do live long life. Exercise, now let's talk about just moderate exercise, like bicycling, housework,